अम्मा से वही बात, वो खोकर भाई को बोल दिया, वो बोलना मंगवा दूंगा मैं। जर्मन कंपनी से मंगवा लेना कितनी, या फिर बोलना जर्मन से थोड़ी वो बोले महंगी आती है, लेकिन अपना यहाँ से ये अपना जो लोकल होती है, जो पाकिस्तान में जो बन रही है, वो जो सबसे अच्छी जो बना रहे हैं मसूद केमिकल, मसूद है कोई कंपनी में, मसूद फार्मास्यूटिकल वाले लोग बना रहे, बोले तो उसमें आ जाएगी, बोला वो मैं मंगवा दूंगा। तो मामू को नहीं मिल रही
को बोला तो वो तो मेडिकल स्टोर से गाड़ी को तो मिली नहीं इस्लामाबाद में,
तो वहाँ से क्यों मंगवा रहे थे मामू?
कराची में मिली ना।
मैंने उनको बोल के दिया भाई, बात कर लियो, फोन नंबर दे
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our... tables. You can all get started. I need to...
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite. The edges mustn't curl and turn brown like that.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cat. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon skull on someone during a fight. Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbage at it, and they'll do the rest.
Levioso! Incendio! Expelliarmus! I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that.
I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really.
I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot. Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that.
I'm sorry. What do I need to do? Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus! Revelio!
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
That helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse. Great hall.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Leviosa. Incendio. Incendio.
Well done. I might suggest you practice such maneuvers in a more secluded location.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
How nice to see you, my young friend. Don't talk to me.
I'd spend all day in the
Revelio!
I think Howin should be allowed to bring any beast she wants into class.
Accio! Incendio!
About bringing a unicorn to class.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that was.
I think we should
Incendio! Shouldn't there be aurors or someone from the ministry guarding the school?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
My parents...
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Adurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it.
Fine job brewing your first Wiggenweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure. And I've never seen any...
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for Some students seem a
Remember, precision... Should you chop the Dittany or crush it?
Professor, what should I be doing again?
You should have collected the ingredients from my office and begun brewing a potion at your cauldron. Finish your potion and then return to me.
Revelio.
Potion should not be that color, Miss McDowell.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Adurus potion, and I'll tell you when this...
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Get it! Again.
Oh! Dragon Dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility for your actions. I suggest you heed my warning. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Revelio.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
Professor Sharp wasn't happy. Leave me out of your grand plans next time.
Sorry to hear that. Hopefully he's already forgotten about it. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day. Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
Keeping well at home. I think Defender should be cautioned about.
I think
Revelio. Incendio. Accio! Incendio! Accio! This looks intriguing.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the...
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid. Precise...
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, sets they never.
I'm so sorry.
We can't be sure. Father was a treasured...
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool. It's mainly used... Sadly, I'd imagine...
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more. I've cross-referenced my best guess. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Off on another adventure, are we?
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
It is good to see you, my friend.
This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
I trust you didn't find the dive too terribly difficult.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did find it. However, I've taken a liking to it, so I'm going to keep it.
What? But you can't. It doesn't belong to you.
Finders keepers, Grace.
I can't believe this. Father's stupid oath just cost us a priceless family artifact. I hope your new astrolabe brings you nothing but sorrow. If you can even work out how to use it. I knew I should have done the dive myself. Father's wishes be damned.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Protego!
It is good to see you, my friend.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Hello, sir. What do you sell here?
Hello, I'm Jalal Semi.
That will be all. Thank you for your time. Revelio.
Expelliarmus can disarm a dark magic, no doubt. But then what?
Expelliarmus!
I can always rely on my Patronus to keep me safe.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I never thought it'd come to this.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no...
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
After what Ranrock did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn. Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Levioso! These rocks have seen better days. Accio!
Stop right
Levioso!
there! Oh, too harsh. What have you done?
Levioso! Potato!
I am so...
Past the ruins. I'm on the right track. Expelliarmus! Levioso! Incendio! An encampment. This must be it. Looks as if there's more than one way out.
Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Incendio!
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground! How childish! You won't get away with that.
How many of you are there?
How nice of you to stop by.
No! I will make you pay.
Leviosa!
Do you think this is funny?
You are postponing the...
Leviosa! Accio! Stego!
This will not go well for you. You won't survive this, my young friend. I felt it. Red Rock will unite us.
You won't stop me. Pity, not quite.
Stego! Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Accio!
I should have been
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Expelliarmus!
This will be not quite. Was that your best? Easily diverted. Stride.
Accio! Leviosa!
You can't stop us. Your spells glance off of us. Oh.
Leviosa!
Are you quite finished?
Expelliarmus! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Protego! Incendio! Leviosa!
Cut me down at once! Red Rock, the victory!
Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Accio!
Rock won't be stopped!
Expelliarmus!
You don't believe you can defeat me, do you?
Accio!
Leviosa! What are you doing? What is this?
Incendio!
You are terribly outmatched. Sure you can see that.
Levioso! Expelliarmus!
This will not go well for you.
Accio! Protego! That was quite something. Now, to free Arn's cards. Quite an enchantment. The carts are returning to Arn. Expelliarmus! Accio! Levioso! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Arn, I have good news. Your carts are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ramrock's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
The ones I faced were determined to make things difficult.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, perhaps my next piece will be a trip.
What a nice idea, Arn.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. All the best.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking?
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, for now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
I'll have taken your life before.
Expelliarmus!
Who's that?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Do you really think you can... Hold them off!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this student over my
Tell
dead
Rookwood to
body!
find me himself.
Stop it, that one hurt.
Expelliarmus!
You're going to regret that. Stop that right now!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner. And so close. Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and I shall have you know, no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I suspect that Mallowsweet...
Mallowsweet?
I had just arrived, you see.
The Mallowsweet?
Precise. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
The pyres are back where they started.
Incendio!
Yes, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must...
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precise. You should feel free to... My guess is that... Which you can find. I really... And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
A portrait in our...
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldridge Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program, at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
I'll do whatever I can.
Wonderful. I am pleased to have been right about you. My great-niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
How could a few pages of a book help her solve an old case?
A boy disappeared with those pages, but they never found the body. A girl was convicted of his murder nonetheless. It seems those pages could exonerate her somehow. My great-niece can tell you more.
Can you tell me more about your great-niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Ah, I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was... I was sneezing.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind. I shall see you there. Soon, I hope.
You know? My first employment was
Ready to fight? Seems your heart isn't in this at all. I won't rest until...
Ranrock has fooled you all, to your demise.
Oh, this day's gone on too long. Hello?
Expelliarmus! Incendio!
You're really not very good.
Accio! Incendio!
I will make you.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Levioso! Incendio! Cursed fiends. This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here somewhere. Seems a pleasant night.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was...
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I was just worried. Rumour is...
I can certainly look out for him.
Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Incendio. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Accio.
Now, where did I set my traps? Is it Lower Hogsfield or Upper?
Incendio.
Come out and
Expelliarmus.
I'll check your pockets after you're dead. Where did it go? Nothing.
Incendio.
What are you, a gobstone? Ha! What's that? Twasn't nothing.
Leviosa.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Incendio.
Hey, that's mine! An inevitable ending.
Incendio. You don't attack here.
Seems your luck has run out.
Levioso.
Time to get my
Incendio.
Tell you what I'm thinking.
One in...
My bite is worse than my bow.
Admirable trick. Marvelous strike. You may want to move. Never like vegetables. Back to the dirt for you. I'll make both of you. Ridiculous.
I think not.
Go too hard. An inevitable ending.
Wouldn't last a week. You see.
I would say that Irondale is not appropriately named. Well, I'm...
Let's play predator and prey, shall we?
Strike gymnastics will save you. No one you like a screamer.
Rebellion. Incendio. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. 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 You regret that. Accio.
Now, all right, you've had your fun. Never.
Accio. Levioso.
Potato. Nothing more than that.
Potato.
Someone forgot who they were dealing with.
I saw who. You're not going to like this.
Oh, still, you little diesel.
Unlucky shot. Confringo. Not so tough now. Oh, what's the not so out of your eyes.
What are you, shy? Accio. Encouraging a poor lot.
Production.
Confringo!
You'll feel that tomorrow. If you last that long.
This has become personal. Let's see you combine that heat.
How unfortunate for you.
Ah, the young make such tragic corpses.
Incendio.
One in
Expelliarmus.
Pathetic. My bite is worse than my car.
Protego. Accio. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus.
Just hold still, will you?
Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Protego!
Avoiding us.
Be warned.
Rebellion.
Tricky little cake flapper. What are you, Gobstone? I'll put some flowers on your grave.
play, shall we? Let's play predator and prey, shall we?
You can't roll your way out of this!
Potato! Accio! Expelliarmus!
Right!
Accio!
What the? You... Technically one of my own! You will fall! Go hard!
To get your claws out.
Another pest. Step out. Well, this is almost too easy. Come back here.
Careful not to get bit.
You'll have to fight eventually. Luck. Nothing more than luck. I won't let it.
Incendiary!
Running home!
Potato!
Admirable trait. Oh, still, you little weasel. Nothing more than luck.
My bite is...
Expelliarmus! Incendio!
No one hides from me. I'll spot you like a thriller.
There must be some students at Hogwarts that...
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
A map. It doesn't appear...
Hogwarts loyalists are a menace. What can be done?
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. Never imagined they'd act this deadly. I'm Claire Beaumont, by the way.
Nice to meet you.
Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. My brother Bardolph dared to stand up to them and ended up in St. Mungo's. Simply at my wit's end.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
Not saying I don't cap the
Come now.
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
Human to worry about. Why, it's a grapple. I don't think you know who you're dealing with. Incendio. I won't rest until you're dead. You will regret coming here. How nice of you to stop. How nice of you to stop. One less human to worry about.
Levioso! Protego!
I'll get you. Ah, you seem tired.
Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio!
Stop avoiding me! Who do you think you are? How childish!
Levioso! Accio!
I won't rest until you...
Incendio! Levioso! Accio!
No! I will make you pay.
Accio! Levioso! Accio! Levioso! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Too late for you to learn the error of your ways. One camp down, one more to go.
An intruder!
Incendio! Expelliarmus! Accio! Protego!
Not quiet enough.
Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
I won't. One less human to worry about. I'll regret coming here. You will regret coming here. Such arrogance. Ooh, this shouldn't take long.
Protego!
Why drag this out longer than... You're like I'm feet.
Levioso!
Put me down!
Accio!
I was right. Oh, you think you're so clever.
Revelio! Levioso!
Put me down!
Accio!
Does Hogwarts teach you nothing about dueling? Can't handle a little altercation.
Expelliarmus!
Are you sure you're not a
Incendio! Levioso!
Stop!
Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Where did they go?
Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Accio! Levioso! Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
I do miss the bustle of business. Poor customers, afraid to venture out.
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes? What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy.
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders. I'll let you... What do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you? I'll not give up hope. I do miss the bustle of business. Poor customers, afraid to venture out. Thank you for passing through.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out?
was harrowing, and they dug in their heels, but I managed.
When my brother returns, this news will mean that you said...
I should be going now. Thank you.
Thank you. Sincerely.
Spare a canut, a sickle, a galleon.
Unicorn blood will keep you alive. But at what cost?
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared when his headless ghost. It was in love.
That sounds...
Anne's alibi. She said Jackdaw.
And you think...
If my great... Anne odd wait. She swears she never... Without Jack...
I don't
I believe she won't speak if you...
I've always wanted to see Azkaban. Count me in.
I suppose it has a peculiar appeal to some, but it can be terribly disconcerting. Fortunately, being a retired Auror has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished. Where do you think he went?
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul. Never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
Can you tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady yourself. We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment. That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me. This isn't a place for loitering.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
If I had my wand, I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you something little of what you should know of.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
All around me darkness. My only friend. My only hope.
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book. No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in Upper Hoggyfield.
What are you trying to say? That the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Field, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield? I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look, can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Ellen, no, you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
But Madam Thistlewood, All right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave. Wonder who lives here. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. This must be the place Anne told me about. No one's been here for ages. Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Accio! No, that's not it. Accio! It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? Accio! No, that's not it. It's no wonder I never found that clue. Incendio! No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? Accio! No, that's not it. I see how this goes. Accio! You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw. Now, where's the clue you left behind? A note from Jackdaw. Anne never found it. So how did he die? she to blame at all?
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw? I heard you...
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves. And then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. Why didn't you exonerate her?
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently. On a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor. Whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them. Not my luckiest find, all things considered.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Lumos. Lumos. Incendio. 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 Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Here I am, as good as my word.
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you. It would take the patience of a Hufflepuff to track down these pages.
Well said. Now where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Aside from the bird bath, anything else I should look for?
Indeed. A few landmarks. A stone bridge, a waterfall, and, if I recall, a lake. You'll see.
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
Surprising how much of this is, rather unfortunately, coming back to me. Yes. You know, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek.
Nothing to do now but keep going. The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Something oddly solemn about this place. Such regal creatures, stags. There it is, just as Jackdaw described. Intramuros.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Ranrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Incendio. Protego. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Incendio.
That was unimpressive.
I will make you pay. I won't rest until you're dead.
Accio. Expelliarm. Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Levioso.
Your acrobatics will only postpone the inevitable.
Expelliarmus. Incendio.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me. I wonder how big this place is. These rooms must have something to do with opening this door. I can shoot the symbol, but it doesn't stay lit for long. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
Incendio! 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 Incendio!
I'm not gonna touch those.
Incendio! 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 Incendio!
That platform somehow. Expelliarmus! Accio! That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw... This loot, but there's no sign of him. Incendio. I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? Incendio! Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I. The next symbol is hidden somewhere. a headless skeleton in sight. May as well help myself to this. It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there. Accio! An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave. Accio! Incendio! 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 I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be? Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Reparo! Expelliarmus! Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio! Levioso! Accio! Expelliarmus! Incendio!